Maguire, and today's talk is about the children of Mary Jamison and David Mathieson. And Mary Mathieson was born in 1860 in Iowa, and she moved to Denver, where she married Zachary Ramsey in 1882. And Zach was born to George Ramsey and Ann Gable in 1858 in Pennsylvania. He moved to Colorado, where he worked as a clerk, and we had 5 children, but sadly one died. We moved to Pennsylvania, where he worked as a butcher. Zach died in 1906 in Pennsylvania at 48. I died in 34 at the age of 74, a widow for 28 years, and we're buried together. My brother Malcolm Mathieson was born to Mary and David in 1862 in Colorado. He never married. He served in World War I. He was a rural laborer and a helper. And Malcolm died in 41 in Canada, and he's buried there. And Annie Gilmore Mathieson was born to Theodore Gilmore and Annie Cox in 1868 in Missouri, and she went to school through the 8th grade. And she married Robert Mathieson in 1886 in Denver, Colorado, and Robert was born to Mary and David in Canada in 1856. He immigrated to Iowa and then Colorado. He was naturalized, and they had 7 children, and only 5 survived. Robert worked as a teamster, laborer, and a clerk. He served in World War I. And Robert died in 29, Colorado 72, and I died in 47 in Los Angeles, California at the age of 78, a widow for 18 years. And Sophia McGrew was born to DeWitt McGrew and Donna McVeigh in 1861 in Illinois, and she married William Mathieson after they moved to Illinois. And William was born to Mary and David in 1858 in Iowa and had 8 children but lost 1 baby. And William served in World War I. While in Colorado, he worked as a laborer and a finisher, and he was a teamster with his own team. And we moved from Colorado to Wyoming to farm. William died at 77 and 35. I died in 37 and 38, a widow for 3 years and buried with Cheyenne, Wyoming, beside my husband. Kenneth Mathieson was born in 1853 in Canada. He moved to Iowa and then moved to Denver. And Kenneth worked as a farm laborer. He served in the Spanish-American War. He owned and farmland in Colorado. He married and divorced Amanda Eckerborn from 1902 to 1907. They had 1 child. Amanda was born to Alfred Eckerborn and Ernestine Pitzer in 1882 in Iowa, and then they moved to Denver. She died in 46 in Salt Lake at the age of 63. Kenneth then married Bertha DeWitter in 1923 in Salt Lake. And Bertha was born to Cornelius DeWitter and Maria Nidri in 1893 in Canada. She was naturalized, and she moved to the U.S. and moved to Utah. They had 6 children. She was active in the Salvation Army and the LDS Church. Bertha died in 46 in Salt Lake at the age of 61, a widow for 26 years, and Kenneth died in 1920 at the age of 67. Isabella Mathieson was born in 1870 in Colorado. She married William Grant after moving to Wisconsin. William was born Russell Grant and had a Raddick in 1865 in Illinois, and they moved to Wisconsin. They had 1 child. William was active in the Historical Society. He owned and homesteaded land and farmed in Illinois, Wisconsin, Colorado, and Minnesota. He was a land baron. William served in the Navy in World War I, and he received a pension. William died at the age of 79 in Wisconsin in 1944, and Isabella died in 1968 at 24 years old, and she's buried with her husband. If you'd like me to give a talk like this to your club or organization, please contact me at jean@mylegacywomen.com, and please like and share this video. Thank you.